So I haven't been freestyling in a while. So I told myself, and y'all, I have PTSD from freestyling because there were some times where it got lonely, it was boring. I was expecting something to happen and nothing happened. When I mean expecting to meet the love of my life, provider, whatever, and it didn't happen. And so now I kind of dread going out and freestyling. Hello? But I know if I sit in my house, nothing's going to happen. So I am making myself go out, sit down for 10 minutes, act like I'm ordering some water, like, oh, I'm waiting on a friend. And then after 10 minutes, I'm getting the. Okay, so the bad thing is I parked on the third floor, so that means I have longer to walk in these hills. So try to park as close to wherever you're going. That's the best thing to do. So one of the fun things about going out alone, I have my retainer in, so I think I might sound a little bit funny when I talk. But one of the fun things is that, honestly, oh my God, look at this car. Okay, honestly, I feel like it will turn you into a psychopath because you don't fear anything anymore. Like after going out for so long in different cities, like I have seen it all. I have been through it all. I have been in every uncomfortable situation and I overcame it and I'm not afraid anymore. You're not going to become one of those girls that's like, oh, come with me, I'm too afraid to go alone. Like, no, that's not going to be you anymore. And it's going to feel good. It feels so freeing. No, I been a shop, that's a total. Fill up double brush. Them a mogul. Ain't no facade, ain't no fugazi. I jump it off, I get paid. It's so pretty out here. I don't have on eyelashes, but I don't care. I got tired of the feeling of them on my eye. But yeah, I went to the bar. I only was there for like 10 minutes and then I left. Hello. Oh my God, I'm so excited to tell you guys. I went out tonight. It has been so long since I freestyled. For you girlies who don't know what freestyling is, it's when you're a single woman and you're going out and putting yourself in place where you could potentially mix and mingle, socialize, maybe meet friends, meet, potential partner, potential provider. But the goal is to go out and put yourself up in an environment where you can be seen and be social with people. Okay, and where you can be approached, basically. So I haven't gone out and freestyle since last year, in the middle of the year. I kind of stopped because I had met someone while I was freestyling. Well, I met someone at a networking event, but I still consider that freestyling because I'm going out somewhere where I'm social. And I met someone and like we were just like he was spending like a lot of money on me consistently. And I was kind of content like with what I was receiving at the time. And also I was like working on myself because I realized I had some maturing to do. I realized I needed to get my finances together, and that's what I've been working on. But while doing that, I told myself, while I feel like I'm not my best self, that I don't have what it takes to put myself in the environments I want to be in right now, just because I'm not financially where I want to be. I was real with myself. Like, look, I am getting older. Time is still passing. I'm not getting any younger. So I still need to go out and be social. And I've been in the house just like saving everything I could and not really going out and meeting people. I deleted all of the dating apps. I'm not doing that anymore. It doesn't work for me. It's never worked for me. And I feel like dating apps like are less likely to work for you if you're a woman of color and you're pretty and you're smart. If you're just a woman of color who's like extremely beautiful, it could work for you. But it's a very superficial way to meet people. And if you're more of a multi-dimensional type of girl, I don't think dating apps are good for you, just because they're so superficial and people are expecting to get what they see. And when they get more, they're probably not gonna know how to perceive you, and they're gonna try to like put you in a box. And so the best way for you to mix and mingle, meet a potential partner, is to go out into the real world. Other girls, they can get somebody off the app with no problem, meet a provider, and it works for them. That's beautiful. But those girls are typically like, they make themselves look like the part. You know, they get the boob jobs, they get the filler, they get the Botox. They are who they need to be to get what they want. And if that's not you, you can't do that, then just go out and meet people the organic way. Anyways, it's been so long since I went out, and you know, with deleting all of the apps and being real with myself, that you know, I do need to get out there, regardless if I'm not 100% the best version of myself. Who I am today is still okay. It's still, you know, doable. It's still worthy of, you know, meeting friends or a potential partner, right? And so I really like overwhelmed myself with freestyling, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've been freestyling for years. And it was, I kind of got discouraged. It was hard for me to like stay so positive when I hear other girls having amazing experiences and meeting this person or into that person. But it all depends on who you are, your location, what you attract, different things like that. I've had a lot of instances where I had a game plan of, okay, I'm going to get dressed up. I'm going to look this way. I'm going to go out to this restaurant for this amount of time. And I would get there and the restaurant would be empty, dead, or, you know, it would be a bunch of couples. And I would feel like it was a waste of my time. But you have to put yourself out there. You know, putting yourself out there, even if the restaurant's empty, is better than sitting on your couch and not getting out there. And I had to realize that, like, I'm spending my energy, you know, in a positive way of still putting myself out there, not just to meet a potential partner, but to just be social, to not lose my social skills, to feel good about my skin and who I am out into the world, make me feel a bit, you know, normal. Because I work from home and I spend a bunch of time inside, and you want to like talk to people, whether it's somebody at the bar, whoever, like use your social skills. Do not lose your social skills. That would put you at ground zero in the dating game. Okay, so I told myself, you know, I got overwhelmed with freestyling due to all my past experiences. I've dealt with everything under the sun you can imagine with freestyling for years. And I told myself, you know, it's been a while since I freestyled, so I'm gonna go here where I know it's not too rowdy, not too loud, not too crowded, and I'm gonna sit at the bar for 10 minutes, like a job. I sat at the bar for 10 minutes, and I had the best time. The place was empty, of course. I told y'all I tend to go to places that are empty, but you never know. You never know. It only takes for that one person to walk up, or that one person to be there to change the game, to change your life, maybe. So you got to stay positive, and this was just what I needed for tonight. I had to make a decision. I was pressuring myself to go somewhere else tonight that made my nervous system feel unsafe. I was nervous to go. I was not wanting to go. And I just was real with myself. Like, look, I can't put myself through a situation where I'm somewhere where I don't want to be. That's not leveling up, that's leveling down. So I listened to my intuition. I decided not to go where I was feeling nervous about, and I went somewhere where I was feeling good about. So I went to the Westin Hotel, and it was really nice. Like, there was barely anybody in there. There was a lady on her laptop, you know, doing her work with a glass of, looked like a sangria or something. In there was this bartender guy with a neck tattoo kept asking me, did I want to drink? Did I want to drink? I was like, I'm waiting for someone, you know. I'll let you know. Thank you. But I just ordered a water with a lemon, sat there for 10 minutes, and then left. And I was like, bye, thank you. And everybody was like, bye. And it was nice. It was easy. It was breezy. I have to take like baby steps, you know, getting myself back in the game before I go to the big restaurants like Albernays or however you say it. So that's what I did tonight, and it felt good to know that I still got it, to know that I'm not scared to go out alone, to know that it feels better to go out alone, to know that I do have the social skills to mingle and mix with people. It felt good. So when I was networking with the girls in the Level Up group who, you know, do the same thing, going out and freestyling or just putting themselves out there to be social, I remember telling them, like, going out and not meeting anyone, or, you know, the place is empty, it feels like a waste of my time. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, you were enjoying yourself. Like, you should enjoy that time alone. But to be honest, it does feel like a waste of time sometimes. Sometimes it feels like a job, you know, but it is like a job. It literally is like a job. Just like you don't feel like going to the gym sometimes, but you have to put in energy. I call it tokens, putting in tokens towards getting that fit body, putting in tokens towards not overeating. It's the same thing with socializing. You have to put tokens towards putting yourself out there, mixing and mingling. You know, if you have the finances to buy tickets to go to charity balls and networking conference that costs like $300, $500, $1,000, that's amazing. By all means, go. That's gonna, you know, put you way ahead than probably just going out into a bar and having some lemon water. You know what I mean? But you got to do what you got to do, by all means necessary, you know. And I prefer to just stay home and watch my creepy shows, American Horror Story, The Coven. You know, that's me. And people are saying, like, the girls in the Level Up group were saying, I have my retainer in. The girls in the Level Up group were saying, oh, you should enjoy that time alone. Like, you should have fun and just enjoy your own energy. I do that at home watching American Horror Story, The Coven. I would not rather be anywhere in the world but home watching Hulu. Like, that's fun for me. However, I'm not gonna meet my husband like that. I'm not gonna meet friends like that. So I have to do what I have to do and put myself out there. I tried to do it the lazy way, but, you know, for girls like me, the lazy shortcut don't work with the online dating, unfortunately. Yeah, I just deleted those apps, and deleting the apps made me feel so good, because I feel like so many people on the apps like use it for like an ego boost or like energy harvesting, to see like, oh, let me see if I can flirt with this person, see if this person will respond to me. And I just kind of just felt like my energy was being like wasted, drained, and pulled on. So I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm not about to be like boosting a bunch of people's egos for free with, you know, going back and forth in an app, trying to see if they're even like wanting to take you out or meet up or whatever. It's a waste of time. For me, it was a waste of time. Other girls have had great experiences on it. I'm so happy for them. But yeah, I'm so excited that I went out. I want to show y'all what I wore, and you know, I was feeling amazing. My energy stayed to myself. even though I felt like the bartender was being a little bit aggressive with trying to get me to get a drink, which was a bit annoying, but it wasn't a big deal. I just sat with my lemon water and yeah, I had a good time. Like, it was a simple night. Now I'm glad I'm home. I'm glad I kept all of my energy to myself. I'm glad I established myself in that place for when I want to come back on another day or another night. And I made friends with this girl who worked there. I didn't make friends with her, but I spoke Spanish to her. I was using my chat GPT to speak Spanish to this girl because I wanted to know if that was her natural hair color, and it wasn't. But it looked so good on her. I was like, dang, how did she know that that color would look good on her? But they're going to be welcoming when I come back there again. And maybe I won't just get water. I'll actually tip them and get something to eat. So, yeah, I had a good night and I'm glad I put myself out there. Are you guys freestyling? Are you guys taking a break? It's good to take breaks from freestyling when you have done it consistently. I know some girls go out consistently. That exhausts my energy. I can't do it consistently. I have to take breaks in between, spend some time focusing on my level up, and then spend some time out into the world. I am refraining from freestyling a lot and going to restaurants because it hasn't worked for me in the past. So if something doesn't work for you, you got to switch up your game plan. My new game plan is to join a tennis club. I'm going to start playing tennis. I already know the place I'm going to. I spoke about it with this girl. I haven't been in contact with her in a while just because she's like so financially well off. She got into like tech during COVID, and I would say she's like financially out of my league. I can't even like hang with her, to be honest. And so that's another thing about it. Like, you really got to work on your finances if you're not financially stable, because you have to be able to keep up with the friends you meet, the men you meet, and different things like that. And plus, it's embarrassing to be like, living paycheck to paycheck in a really nice city like Dallas where everybody has a nice car. But it's also motivation, motivation for you to hustle, 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 and not always be like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, but constantly working towards those financial goals. And it's exciting to see, where you are right now versus where you want to be. Super exciting. So yeah, I'm excited I went out. I'm excited to have shared this experience with you, and we'll see what happens next time. Bye. And another thing I wanted to say, the last couple of times I went freestyling, I kept having women send me drinks, which made me rethink my reality, because I never had women send me drinks like consistently like that. It happened like 3 times in a row. And I didn't know how to receive it. Like, at first of course I was like, thank you. Oh my God. But these women would send me drinks, and they, like, I don't know. The first time it happened, it was at a really nice restaurant, y'all, like glamorous, like everybody's wealthy in the place, in Grapevine. These 2 women were sitting together, and one of them sent me a glass of red wine, and then they just waved and they went about their night. Didn't speak to me, anything like that. And I was gracious. I was thankful, and that was great. Wonderful. Didn't think much of it. I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, are they hitting on me? Do they want to be my friend? I don't know. And then the second time, I was at that hotel bar that everybody talks about. I forgot the name of it, but everybody talks about this place in Dallas. I went there, and oh my God, this lady was so cool, y'all. Me and her were going back and forth. She was drunk as hell. And we was talking about how the dude that came in between us, we didn't really want to be talking to him just because he was like weird and, I don't know, just off-putting. And she was like, you wanted him around, but no, she was like this older lady, just cool as hell. But I was still like immature in my mind, because we go out and we're so focused on, meeting a potential provider when you are not in in a financially stable place. That's natural for you to be like that as a woman when you're not financially stable. But I feel like that's not good because you have to be open to meeting other like-minded women or just other women in general. And she was so cool. I never thought that. I don't know. It was around the holidays. So I guess I was like in the mind frame of like, I don't know, like meeting a man. That was my mindset because everybody was talking about this place and like hyping it up for being a good place to like mingle if you're single, right? So I had the mindset of that going there. And when I met this woman, she was like hinting at like going to another place, but I was like, I didn't think that this woman wanted to hang out with me or that she would want to like be my friend or keep in touch, but I was just keeping it cordial with this woman. I know people get friendly when they're drunk, but then I leave the place and I'm like, how could I have made this woman like my friend for real? Like I'm actually there to like meet people. So I'm trying to say when you're out socializing, you need to have an open mind about, meeting friends and potential partners. Just don't go out thinking, oh, I'm here for a provider only. You have to have the mindset of actually befriending and mingling with people and also take the opportunities that people give you. This is a mistake I made. I was invited out. I met these two girls. I made friends with them in the bathroom and we were just drinking together and they invited me to come to this like Pilates class with them and I didn't go. And like that's the way you make friends. Like you gotta go. You gotta go where you're invited. And you also have to be more personable. Like I didn't realize it, but that drunk lady was like, trying to be my friend. She wasn't like sloppy drunk to where she was out of her mind, but she was trying to be my friend and I was just like stuck in the superficial mindset of like oh, she's older, she probably don't want to be my friend, she's established. Like no, you need to like be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to building a social circle. Like go where they invite you as long as it's safe and like get their contact information. Don't let people slip away from you that